All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for another episode of The Lift Companion. My name is Zack. This is Dylan Cooper. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 most underrated lifts of all time, and we're going to include training and competition. It's going to be jam-packed with some underrated lifts, and if you guys have any underrated lifts, I'd love to hear them. Please comment them below. I'm sure your minds are spinning right now thinking of your favorite training lifts and competition lifts. But I have mine set and Dylan has his set. All we're going to do today, because we're absolutely throttled from training this week, is just a light snatch session and maybe some accessories. And that's it.
Let's go. I'm already sweating.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
Okay. Chris, what are some of your favorite training lifts or competition lifts, if you off the top of your head?
Strict press, standing strict press.
No, well, what human, like which specific dude, like what specific lift, not type of lift. You know what I mean? So Eddie Hall deadlift 500.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Eddie Hall deadlifting 500. Who was the Chinese weightlifter that fucking power cleans?
Xi Jiang.
Yeah, that fires me. Every time I fucking see that video, it fires me.
His scream when he pulled. That's a good one.
What was that, 190?
190 power clean.
What's cool about it is that you hear the crowd go,
oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's what fucking fires me up. So that's probably, definitely from your world, one of my favorites.
That's a good one.
Okay. My first lift, Gormanasian's best snatch. I believe it's 216.
216, yeah.
The reason why I think it's so underrated is because if this were any other era, he would be the best weightlifter of all time, which is actually wild to think about.
Yeah, I mean, up until 2016, no one snatched over 215 in competition throughout history.
Was it Krastev who had it for? God, this is so pathetic. I don't know exactly the lineage, but it was like Krastev, and then I remember Salimi and Razazadeh.
Razazadeh, most he did was 213.
Okay, then did Salimi?
Salimi did 216 in Rio. After Lasha did, no, he did 215.
Right.
Wait, I don't know. No, he did 216. He did 216.
So all I can say is like those were the heaviest snatches of all time. Then now Lasha has like the top 10 heaviest snatches of all time.
Yeah, we got all of them.
If it wasn't for Lasha, Gore would be a guy that we'd be all talking about.
We'd be calling him one of the greatest snatchers ever. Yeah. And he is.
Yeah. He's also, I mean, his jerk isn't too bad. I mean, what has he done, 250?
250, yeah.
So it's like, you know.
And he's built like Ilya, just really fucking thick.
Yeah, you've seen him in person, right?
I think so.
I saw him in Vegas, bro.
Oh, yeah, I was there too.
So this is a little movement right here. It's like a muscle snatch in the bottom.
It's the Klokov snatch.
I'm doing a little narrow.
Klokov did that with 60 kilos. All right, my first one is David Bajanyan's 240 at 2014 Worlds.
In Almaty.
Yeah.
Against Ilya, against
Ruslan
Nuradinov.
Yeah, no one talks about that lift because he wasn't really gunning for the win. Like, he was pretty far back in the snatch. He was 7 kilos behind Nuradinov. But he's a 105 that did 240.
I called his shoes.
And he power jerked it.
I called his shoes the Nike Garage Sales.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Because they're Adidas shoes, but he drew a Nike swoosh on them because Team Russia had to be Nike.
That's hilarious.
He was wearing Power Perfects,
yeah.
I think, the original Power Perfects. And because, so he drew a fucking swoosh on there with a pen. It's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Meanwhile, he's literally power jerking 240. It's probably one of the biggest power jerks in weightlifting history.
I mean, who's done more?
I don't know.
And like, it was cool because he made that, and then he like barely was able to walk off the platform. He was like limping the whole time.
Yeah.
It was a disgusting lift. It was a brutal fucking lift, but it was still a 240 clean and jerk as a 105.
It was the best session in weightlifting history.
Yeah, that'd be a real short video if we decided to do that.
The 2 different sock swag.
Yeah, I quite like it.
I cannot keep a pair of socks to save my fucking life, dude.
Except those white Lulu socks that
It's true.
Uncle Laser was real fired up about.
Next lift. Chris, are you thinking of anything else? We can throw you in here.
What else have I enjoyed? The CJ Cummins one where he staggered for fucking ages to save it. Well, I guess that's everyone because of how strange his jerk position is.
So his junior world record might be the lift you're talking about, where he has this jerk where it's like,
Yes.
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah, and he's really, really like fighting to press it out, and it's super narrow.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. I just thought that was like a cool. What was that? Who's the? He might
That's
be
a
like
great call.
That's another good one.
like
Yeah.
a 53 or like a mid 60s small. I want to say he's Ukrainian or maybe in a blue and yellow, and he just has the most fucked mobility at the bottom of his snatch. It's like full on ass to grass, but with valgus knee as well.
I know exactly who you're talking about. He touched his ass to the platform, correct?
And but it's not with like knees coming out.
Oh, he's a Uzbeki guy.
Yes, the Uzbekistan guy.
Yeah.
That's exactly who. It's either Uzbekistan or Turkmenistan. I always mix those
It's
two.
Uzbekistan.
Okay.
I know exactly. Do you want to know why I know exactly what you're talking
Why?
about? You're gonna have to cut it out. But we were at a closing ceremony at Worlds in Poland, and he like came up to me. He's like, "You're American?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "These are your people," and just showed me fucking porn on his phone.
I mean, I think we keep that
Keep
in.
that in. That's fucking money.
Yeah.
America.
It's like, "These are your
Porn.
people." I was like, "No."
All right. So mine is Koklyaev, 190 at 90 kilos.
He did
Snatch.
95 at 90.
Huh?
He did 195. Yeah.
Was that the? I just feel like there's an Aleco banner on there somewhere or something, right? It was the 84 World Championships or something.
Yeah. It's the most impressive snatch of all time.
I think so. And the only reason I'm saying it's underrated is because like that feat of history is like, you know, it's something that we shouldn't forget. It was golden era for sure of
Yeah.
weightlifting.
Mid 80s.
But that is a, you know, we talk about the Vanevs, we talk about the, you know, the Barbanovs, the big names in Bulgarian weightlifting, and like we cannot forget about Koklyaev. So that's my number 2.
Yeah, I think that's the greatest snatch of all time. All right, my second one is Simon Kolecki, 235, clean and jerk when he was 18.
Yes, so that was to beat
Kakishvili.
Kakishvili.
That was at Europeans, I think.
Yeah, that was like, this is where I really was like, I just love the athleticism and the mentality of weightlifters. It's kind of like the Ian Wilson type of guy who's like absolutely fearless, doesn't need to know that he can lift the weight to go at least give it his all.
Yeah.
That's the type of shit that I dig a lot. That's what took my snatch from, yeah, I've got it.
Oh.
That's what took my snatch from wherever to wherever, was just being like, I'm just gonna fucking send it. Kolecki was that guy for sure.
Yeah.
You know, 6'2", 90 kilo class or
94.
94. Yeah, so Kolecki's that guy, and then of course like Ian Wilson. Alex, definitely show some Ian Wilson.
Dude,
there's a funny story about Ian. Ian's dad went up to Max, or it might have been Kevin Doherty, someone, and he's like, these are Ian's attempts. Or this is his attempts and this is his warm-ups. It was like 70, 120, 140, 150, opening at 160. He missed 140 and 150.
Yeah.
And then he made 160 on his opening attempt.
I remember watching him at Junior Nationals in 2014 where he snatched 170 for the first time. made 145 in the back, missed 155, like looked like it wasn't even there. And then just opened 160, made it, missed 166, and then went up to 170 and absolutely nuked it.
God, I'm so fucking good.
Watch out, Ian. And the most he snatched leading up to that meet in training was like 157.
Yeah.
And he opened at 160 and ended up with 170.
We stan Ian Wilson. That's for...
Ian's that dude.
Yeah, we
He's
definitely
that fucking
stan him
dude.
fucking hard, man.
He did more for American weightlifting than fucking...
Yeah, he really pushed it.
He probably even knows.
Okay, my next is... it's my turn, correct?
Yeah.
My next is Jamal Browner's sumo deadlift in training. I'm just gonna look up exactly how much that was. I'm pretty sure it was 1,025. I'm pretty sure he pinned it on his Instagram. I've never seen deadlifting like this.
Yeah.
I personally, and maybe there is someone out there who's deadlifting like this, who's done this, but like we cannot casually. So like here, look, this is yeah, okay, so he's got a double at 455. Yeah, 500.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was 500.
That's as much as Eddie Hall deadlifted in a suit.
Yeah.
And almost
Eddie
died.
Hall in a suit, almost died, right? So yeah, he's pulling sumo, whatever the fuck you want to say. The range of motion is actually pretty fucking big. The bar's off the fucking floor, dude.
Yeah.
And like you can't just like casually put a 500 kilo deadlift up on the Instagrams just like this and just like everyone kind of has already forgot about it. Like I'm here to remind you about it. Like that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Do not forget about a 500 kilo deadlift. I don't care how this motherfucker did it. His feet weren't that wide, okay? And just to be at that body weight and that explosive, and just attacking 500 kilo deadlift, like fuck off. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
And he's like, the two people that have done that are Eddie Hall and Thor, just both absolute mutants of human beings.
Yeah.
And he's like is he 300 pounds? I feel like he's not.
No.
Yeah. And he did it. And the speed on it was better than both of the ones that have been done.
Exactly.
It's a fuck up. Yeah, it's sumo. Who gives a fuck? It's 500 kilos. Sumo's harder when you're over 6 feet tall. Okay. My next one is Zlatan Vanev. 222.5 clean and jerk in training at 75 kilos.
Do you have that video on hand? Wait, no, you're talking about Varbanov. That's
Yeah.
Varbanov.
Yeah, it is.
That's Varbanov.
Let me restart. Alexander Varbanov. They all have,
God damn it.
Was it? Oh, yeah, because Vanev's the guy that kept breaking
Varbanov's
his
the guy who
elbow.
broke his fucking elbow, did a million jerks in a row. But yes, Varbanov, yes.
Varbanov,
Yeah.
222.5 at 75 kilos. That's like,
Is there video of that
yeah,
one?
yeah. Or maybe 222. I don't know if it's 222.5, but either way. The world record for the clean and jerk in the 77 kilo class was 210 for like 20 years.
Yep.
And he did 222 in training, 2 kilos lighter. I mean, obviously he wasn't that, he was probably sitting around 79, 80 kilos, but that's like a really good clean and jerk for
Every weight class ever.
yeah. I mean, Tarakti won the Olympics with like 226.
227, I think.
Yeah. That's
I thought it was 237, but fuck. Maybe it is 227 is what he won.
no, it's not in the 230s. And this guy's 30 kilos lighter. Doing almost as much. That's the most messed up thing ever.
Akkaev Kadzimurat. Beating the shit out of Dmitry Klokov, 2011 Worlds.
In Paris.
In Paris. And
That was a sick one.
I think it's underrated. And obviously, Alex, please post obligatory Akkaev shooting and Akkaev, doing the spins in the car.
Just firing off an AK into the...
The reason this is underrated is because this was a patently and obviously better weightlifter than Dmitry Klokov, who beat him fair and square. and disappeared into absolute nothingness.
Yeah.
He's a guy with such aggression and such speed. It's just a guy that we have to absolutely love. You gotta love this guy.
Yeah.
There's no particular lift, but if I'm gonna pick one, I'll probably say it's either that jerk on the potato camera, Alex.
The 245.
Yep, it's either that jerk in training or the 210 snatch in training.
The loudest video in the world.
Yeah. Whatever, you know, that's the Akkaev scream. So, and you know what's fucked? Now that I'm just thinking about this, just weightlifters in general have the most insane recall from like training videos, like, because I remember where I was when I saw these videos.
Yeah.
And like it's like that's how much they mean to me.
Yeah.
And how much they like changed my fucking brain.
Yeah.
I remember I was doing doubles. I was doing 2-day training sessions, and like in between sessions, we would just put on Iron Mind and things like that. So
You want to hang out at 70 for a few?
yeah, I'll do.
I'm feeling pretty dicey.
So yeah, that is my number 4.
All right, my number 4. Rybakov 187.
Oh yeah, dude. Max loves bringing up this guy because he couldn't jerk.
Couldn't jerk. He would finish snatch and literally have to take like his last warm up and clean and jerk as soon as he got off the platform because he was opening the clean and jerk session. But he was an 85 that snatched 187.
Yep.
And the world record for the 94s was 188. That's how fucked up that is. He was a weight class below and was a kilo off the next weight class's world record.
Yeah, that's a great shout. That is a great call.
That's the only snatch that I think tests Blagoyev's 195 a little
Right.
bit. The only one. I still think Blagoyev's is better. But like even fucking people talk about leverage and like my arms are so long. Rybakov had the longest fucking arms in weightlifting ever. Collar to collar is an 85.
Yep.
Like
Still space over the head too.
yeah. Ridiculous. His wingspan was probably like pretty close to yours almost.
Yeah.
And he was an 85.
Yeah.
Maybe the best snatcher ever too.
Also, when we say that guys can't jerk, that means they can't clean and jerk.
Yes.
So like this is a weird, it's kind of like an old school thing, but what I have seen, so if I say, oh, Dylan, how'd your competition go? And you say, I snatched, 140. And I go, okay, what did you jerk? Right? I'm saying, what did you jerk instead of what did you clean and jerk? It's like part of the nomenclature.
Yeah. Obviously you got to clean it.
Yeah, you have to clean it. So I think actually Rybakov couldn't clean the bar.
Yeah.
He just like couldn't figure out the clean. Maybe he was good at jerk. I don't know which one he was bad at. But when I say jerk, it just means like in competition, he didn't do well in the clean and jerk. It's kind of a little elitist weightlifting thing. Another thing too is like there's no need to say 100 if we're all snatching in the 100s or above.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, oh, Dylan, when he opened at 40, he did 45, then he did 50. It's assumed that it's 140, 145, 150.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you're Lasha, it's a different story because we could be talking twos.
You give that man respect and you say every digit of what
say
he
every
snatches.
single goddamn digit.
What did he snatch? 25.
Only 125? No, 225.
225.
Yeah.
There's way more options for Lasha.
All right, this might be the finest rep. That might be one of the finest snatches at 70 kilos in I'd say, this decade. We're only 3 years in. But if we were to compile all the 70 kilo snatches in the past 3 years, this is probably the finest.
But I mean, weightlifting's going downhill really fast. So if you do anything amazing right now, it's going to stand for a long, long time.
Yeah. This is going to be a centuries old 70 kilo snatch.
Wow. That was nuts, dude.
You guys can all quit now.
Yeah.
Okay, my final most underrated lift. And by the way, these are in no particular order. The Koklyaev behind the neck jerk.
270?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a collared shirt and he's doing some seminar.
He did
Koklyaev-
so much at that seminar. He did that jerk. He did like a no hand back squat at like 290. He did
There
Like
was
a 400 kilo deadlift too.
There's a video of him too. I know Alex is going to find it, but he's doing a 5x5, I think at 300 back squat. 5x5 at 300 back squat. And he's just kind of sweating through it.
That's disgusting.
Insane. I think it's 300. It could be 250, which is still brutal.
Yeah.
But like the way at which he operates these sets of fives,
It just
I was
looks
just like, whoa, dude.
Yeah. It looks like a
That's
good
squat.
weightlifter doing like 180 for 5 sets of 5.
Yeah.
Like, well, you can see it's definitely a challenging thing, but it's like not anything he's sweating about.
Yeah.
He's just like, all right, this is gonna be a tough workout.
Exactly. Brilliant lifter, probably one of the greatest all-around lifters of all time.
Yeah, I think just being like a diverse, strong motherfucker.
Yeah,
like
Koklyaev.
he's done it better than anybody.
Right. Master of sport in weightlifting. I don't know if he ever won World's Strongest Man.
But he was there.
He was definitely
What other
there.
World's Strongest Man competitor has snatched 200 kilos?
None.
None. It's a good 5. All right, my last one is Alexei Lovchev, 264. It's kind of controversial because he did get popped at that meet.
Yes. So this is Houston, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I was there.
That was like Lasha's come out meet too.
Yep.
So I think that he's one of 2 people that has clean and jerked that. Him and Lasha.
Well, no. What's?
I mean, Razazadeh did 265 at an Iranian national meet.
Yeah, but then there was
Oh, fucking Kurlovich. Dog.
Krilovich, and then also Ternenko did something too.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why Lasha
So he's
did
like one of 5.
267, which is the heaviest ever.
Yeah.
But anyways, anything above 260 is very, very, very rare.
I might have to swap it out for the Kurlovich 266 because he weighed like 120.
Yeah. So that got
That red lighted though.
Yes, and that record stood. I mean, that lift stood forever.
Yeah.
But Den Yellen, do you remember Den Yellen?
A shot or whatever his first name was.
The super heavy Den Yellen from I don't know what years.
He totaled 475.
He did some big ass jerk that not many people know about. That would be a fucking fine one.
I think he was in the 260s. I know he totaled 475. I just don't know exactly what the lifts were.
But okay, like if we really want to talk underrated lifts, like let's look at Lasha doing 210 for a double in the training hall.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not an exact double, you know, but so he does 210, walks away, talks for like a little bit, and like with pace walks back up and then hits 210 again.
Yeah.
It's like right there. So if we were to say the amount of times 210 has ever been snatched on planet Earth, I would venture it's to say less than 200 times ever. Less than 200 times ever. Lasha has like fucking 100 of them.
Yeah.
That's why he's so insane, is because the number of times he's done things at a rate we thought was the best. We thought that 210 was it. You hit 210, that's all you need.
Yeah.
And he's done 210 plus so many times now that it just like doesn't make it's like
The fact that off the top of my head I don't even know how many times he's done 220.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like 220 was a weight that was deemed
yeah.
like impossible to snatch.
That was Anaheim was the first time.
Yeah.
2017.
And he's done 220, 222, 220 again, 225. It's like watching Michael Jordan in his prime.
Yep.
It's like you don't know what you're seeing until afterwards. Yeah. Should do some honorable mentions. Chigashev's 211, 2005.
In Qatar.
Yeah. Probably the most dogged out snatch that's ever been done. He got pitted with that
Yeah,
thing
he
and it took
grinded.
him like 6 seconds to stand up.
Yeah, that was a great.
That was to beat Razazadeh in the snatch there.
Yep. A light Chigashev. That's a good call.
Ilya's fucking 216 at 85 when he was 17 years old.
Same meet.
Same meet, yeah. To beat Liu Yong.
Oh, here we go. It was like the new youth of Russia. 17 years old, won Europeans.
Oh,
94.
What the fuck's his name? He did 219 or something like
Yeah, he was
that.
a 94.
Yeah, I watched him
He
compete
was
at.
absolutely the future of the sport.
Yeah, and then just fell off when Russia's doping thing got weird. After Icarus came out.
Yeah, winning Euros at 17, like you don't do that unless you're Koleski. So like
Yeah.
that's why that's a big deal. That was a big deal. I remember when that shit. Koklyaev.
Yeah.
Koklyaev.
Yeah.
Super underrated shit happening there.
He was a Chechnyan, right?
Yeah,
Just had
yeah.
like the fucking
Yeah,
Khabib
Dagestani
beard.
motherfucker too,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. I'm sorry. That's inappropriate to fuck the geography up like that.
He very well could be, the way he looks.
Yeah,
Dude, Dagestani weightlifters.
those guys are sick.
That sounds sick. Yeah, I'm grunting on 90.
I want to absolutely piece 100 up, and we can end the video.
Yeah.
I might have to take a few cracks at it, or I don't know. I can first try.
Yeah. Stay tuned to watch two weightlifters battle with a bodyweight snatch.
This is sub body weight for me, so easy there. Muchacho.
Ilya's 200 power clean in the training hall in London.
Martirosian hang snatch 210.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, okay. That lift is insane.
Yeah.
That lift is insane, dude. That lift is fucking bonkers.
Dude, they're all like coming to me. Like Lobchev's 220 block snatch.
Yep. That was the first time. That was fucking wild, bro.
And it was easy.
So this was from Sergey. I remember in Anaheim, we were already fiending about Lasha in Anaheim because he had won in Houston, and then 2016 he won in Rio. Then in Anaheim, Sergey Putsov is there, and he started the rumor. I know that I was a big part of this rumor because so it was the Lasha has done 200 for a triple, and he has done 230 from the blocks.
Yeah. I remember
started
hearing that. Yeah.
So that was because Georgi told Sergey, who then told me, and I think Sergey was like, "Do not tell anyone." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, bro."
You can't do that.
I'm gonna tell everyone on Reddit. I posted on Reddit almost immediately.
You called your mom 2 minutes later and told her. She's like, "Who's Lasha?" And you're like, "It
by the
doesn't
way-
matter."
Georgi Asanidze, that was some of the, so like we look at like Georgi Asanidze and those 85s or whatever category that was back in the day. It was Georgi. There's a session, by the way, that I found. Georgi and Koleski sharing a bar together at a Worlds.
That's fucking sick.
Have you seen this shit?
I don't think so.
They're doing fives with 150. They're doing sets of 5 snatches with 150.
Ugh.
It's crazy, bro. And like Koleski's just falling on his tendons and shit. Like,
Yeah. Asanidze beat fucking. He's the guy that beat Dimas. For those of you that don't know who that is,
Yeah,
Lasha's
and
coach.
Shaheen.
Yeah, Lasha's coach beat Dimas at the 2004 Olympics. That's why Lasha's Lasha.
Yep. I love that guy. I've always thought he was amazing. Amazing coach. Seems like a nice dude.
I met him.
The Georgians are always kissing each other and shit.
Yeah. Whoa!
That was not it.
Little cut. Little cut that was.
This is what we were gonna call a technique session. And we're also geeking out so hard on weightlifting, it would be crazy if any of you guys are following along. Like,
Yeah. Badad Salimi, 217 in training.
who was the younger guy who just never really made it? The younger super from Iran.
Bahadur Malay.
Molay.
Yeah.
He always had the shin tape.
He had the lifted
I
Addy
think
powers.
there's a video of him cleaning like 265 or some shit.
I think he did 260. He cleaned fucking 260 or more in Anaheim.
They're just straight mashallahing
Yeah.
in there, dude. It was sick.
He had the craziest patience on his clean pull.
Yeah.
Like the bar was like at his belly
Yeah.
button before he made contact.
Yeah.
It was fucked up. And he was like 5'9", like not a very big
Yeah,
guy, and was just piecing
He
up
would throw up
260.
the sickest prayers before lifting too.
Yeah.
Iranian lifting, man. Iranian lifting is pretty fucking metal if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, it's like modern day Bulgaria, pretty much.
Yeah, Iranian lifting is pretty fucking metal. Like
Ian loved
they have
Iranian
all my
lifters.
respect, those fucking dudes. That team was so sick. Man, when Georgia and Iran were in the training hall together in Anaheim, I was fucking there, dude.
Yeah.
I was there. I have some legendary footage. That was like, man, Worlds in 2015 and 2017 was like probably my finest sport viewing experiences like I've ever had.
Yeah.
Like imagine you have like you love your basketball team, football team, whatever it is, and then when they're done lifting or when they're done performing, you get to just like literally hang out with them.
Yeah.
And like do whatever. That's how cool it was for me.
We didn't even talk about Moradi.
Yeah.
205 snatch and training.
Oh my fuck, dude. Also the power snatch. What didn't he do? Like,
I think he did fucking 190 or
yeah,
something
he power
like that.
snatched 190. Sohrab Moradi, the plumber. That's what we called him.
Fucking uneven shoulder guy. That's what's so cool about weightlifting. He's like one of the most athletic looking lifters ever.
Yeah. But
Like when he
literally
lifts, but like walking around, you'd be like, oh, that guy.
Yeah, he's like, I will lift for you, brother.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Then he just pieces up at 225 clean and jerk. You're like, oh. That was better.
I need one more.
I'll do one more. That sounds fun. There was like a Bulgarian guy a while ago. Christov. No, something Stav. I can't remember his name. He was just like shredded. It was Olga Zabova's boyfriend.
Interesting.
But he was like a 80 kilo lifter, clean and jerk, and like 220 in training. And like never really competed.
Yeah.
He just fucking pieced ridiculous clean and jerks together in training.
It's the weird thing, like, it's hard to fathom like a human jerking anywhere from 210 to 230 without gear. It's like it's possible, it's doable,
Yeah.
but it's just rare.
Yeah.
It's just rare.
The only time I've seen it was Kane Wilkes. He did
Came out, yeah.
230, clean as a whistle. That was one of the best American sessions that's happened in the last 10 years. His 2015 Nationals where he did 186, 230. That's fucking a lot. For clean guys, snatching over 400 pounds, clean and jerking over 500 pounds in the same day.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. Oh, that was good. That was good.
Again, the most underrated training lift, one of them, is Alexei's 190, 5-move complex.
Yeah.
5-move snatch complex. That's just ridiculous. Like ridiculous, stupid, insane. This is not an underrated lift by any stretch. Like none of these are, like, no, 190 is underrated. That like complex I think is underrated. So
Yeah.
it doesn't have a million views, but like we're talking like high rated now would be Klokov's pause 200 snatch
Yeah.
in Worlds, right? That's like perfectly rated.
Yeah.
That's not underrated. That's like very famous.
Yeah, it's as famous as it should be.
Yeah.
Over 1 million views on YouTube.
Right. I don't know. It could be argued that doing a massive complex with 190 is like equally as impressive.
Yeah.
It really could be.
Yeah.
That's a good one to end on, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any underrated lifts, whether it be powerlifting, strongman, bodybuilding, weightlifting, CrossFit, whatever, throw it up in the comments section. I'd love to see what we missed. I'll see you guys later.
Okay,